Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of Amphibia Season 2 Continues, which has the reviews of every episode from Ivy on the Run to Battle of the Bands. So in part 2, we are checking out the episodes The Dinner and Battle of the Bands, talk a little bit about True Colors at the end, and give all the episodes a rating from blank out of 10. So yeah, anyways, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, it's been about 2 hours since I filmed that last part, but yeah, let's just get back into it. Okay, so this episode we are reviewing The Dinner. So The Dinner. So basically in this episode, Anne, Sasha, and Marcy are all in Woodwood, along with Grime, and also the Planner family, Flobo, everyone's here, for this big dinner to have all three of the groups kind of form an alliance, I guess. It's like a peace dinner. So yeah, basically the planners still don't trust Sasha, even though Anne decided to trust Sasha at the end of the previous episode. But yeah, so this episode's kind of like a calm before the storm, but Grime brings a lava cake, and basically this cake is like a volcano cake. It just explodes inside the planner's house, and if they can defeat the monster, then they get the delicious dessert. So yeah, it's a fun episode. I did enjoy it. Kind of more calm before the storm, but still intense. And then there's Battle of the Bands, another calm before the storm of True Colors, because you kind of gotta get ready for the big episode. So Battle of the Bands. In Battle of the Bands, Anne, Sasha, and Marcy are aware of the Woodwood Battle of the Bands celebration after the Wheel of Fun was spun. After the huge after Sasha and Grime came. So yeah, Anne, Sasha, and Marcy had a band that I believe it was called Sasha and the Sharks. Yeah, Sasha and the Sharks. Sasha was planning on performing her song Heart Stomper. Two songs came out of this episode. But when she kind of took lead of Anne's song that she wanted to make, Anne and Marcy kind of left Sasha and the Sharks and kind of started their own band. And their song was "It's No Big Deal." So Anne wrote it, and it was kind of about being in Woodwood. It's a nice song. All the voice actors did great with both songs, "No Big Deal" and "Heart Stomper." Very great songs, and they are on Spotify and YouTube if you want to listen to them. So basically just a Battle of the Band episode, nothing more. And at the end, Sasha kind of joins Anna Marcy with their song instead of performing Heart Stomper. But Grime ends up winning after performing on a harp. Those were both really great episodes, but now let's dive into the ratings for all these episodes. So start off, Ivy on the Run, I give it an 8 out of 10. So it is simple, but it is done well, and I enjoy it. It's like a season 1 episode, as I said. After the Rain, 8 out of 10 as well. It was definitely not as enjoyable as most were expecting, because it was hyped up too much by the fans. Everybody thought it would be a very big episode, and the fans, the crew, everybody hyped it up, but it wasn't as big as it seemed. So that's kind of what got people disappointed. But nonetheless, it was a really good episode still. The first tempo, I give it a 9 out of 10. It's really, really good. And I definitely enjoyed it. So it's one of my favorite episodes of the second half of the season. Kind of gives more character development that's probably gonna go away in True Colors, but yeah, and it's also a very funny episode. Like Sprig always has funny lines throughout the series. Yeah, and it was very funny in this episode too. New Woodwood, I give it an 8 out of 10 as well. So it was really, really good. It's so close to being a 9 out of 10, but it's just not there. So yeah, it was definitely nice just having a more chill episode. And yeah, it was nothing too big, but it was enjoyable. Friend of Frobo, I give an 8 out of 10 as well. It's a really fun episode. It has pretty high stakes, and we get to meet Frobo. And yeah, it's just a fun episode, you know. Kind of brings together the bigger plot of season 2. Something that we've known about since the beginning of season 2 was Frobo, since we started following them in season 2, episode 1B. Yeah, and then Total Redemption was a good episode as well. It was a good character redemption arc for Mayor Toadstool. You know, after the whole New Woodwood scenario. So yeah, just it's like, and then the Toads from Toad Tax, as I said before, they came back, and you know, it's just a fun episode. And it's another episode that kind of feels like a season 1 episode, so it's always nice to have that. Maddie and Morsi, so Maddie and Morsi was another just calm episode. I gave Total Redemption 8 out of 10, and Maddie and Morsi also gets an 8 out of 10. So yeah, Maddie and Morsi were it was just good. It was nothing too big or over the top. It was just nice. It's kind of like Anna and Wally from season 1, but this time it's Maddie and Morsi for season 2. So I believe that most people, I think we all believe that Sasha's gonna get her episode with a Woodwood resident in season 3. But yeah, we'll just have to find out. Just nice episode, and it also has it's just okay. Now we're getting into some bigger episodes. So the second temple gets a 9 out of 10. It's almost a perfect episode. It's just a really good episode. You know, kind of getting the show back into the more serious episodes, that revolve around the plot, the bigger picture of Amphibia. So yeah, it was just fun, kind of seeing all this connect and how it builds up to the finale of season 2, True Colors. Just I give it a 9 out of 10, and the ending is awesome because Anne's gem didn't charge all the way. So what's that? So something's gonna happen in the finale that is caused because of that. I just know it. Bill's Warhammer, the Sasha and Graham episode, I give it a 9 out of 10 as well. It was a fun episode. It was nice to see Sasha and Graham again and see what they've been up to since Toadcatcher. And yeah, another risky episode, and yeah, not what most expected to be the return of Sasha and Graham, but it's a really fun episode, and it's 9 out of 10, and okay. So next episode is Bessie and Michelangelo. So I give this one an 8 out of 10. But I give it a low 8 out of 10. Because it's almost a 7 out of 10, but it's an 8 out of 10 though. Bessie and Michelangelo, not the best episode. It was good, but not the most enjoyable episode of the season. But, still enjoyable. And it was nice to see kind of Anne's upgraded armor. Something that a lot of people have been wanting since the show premiered, or since Sasha and Morsi got their armor. Just nothing too exciting happening, but it was a good episode. And then there's the third temple. Now this one I give a 9 out of 10 too as well. So I only give episodes a 10 out of 10 if they're absolutely perfect, and the third temple was almost perfect. It was a good episode though. So basically, I give it because like it's not like the biggest episode of the season, of course, but it's definitely one of the best. So this is the reunion of the three girls, Anne, Sasha, and Marcy, and yeah, it's, it would be nice and it would be wholesome if Sasha wasn't planning something, against Newtopia and the planners, and if Marcy wasn't planning something against the planners with King Andreas. No. Yeah, but this episode was just fun, getting through the third temple, the reunion, like reunion 2.0. Yeah, it was a fun episode, and yeah, and it definitely kind of leads into the finale, and yeah. And I also really like the flashback scene, something that was expected in True Colors, but we got in the third temple. But yeah, it was just a nice scene, probably my favorite scene of the episode. Yeah. Okay, and then we have the Calm Before the Storm episodes, kind of like how we had Anne the year before reunion, but this time we have the dinner and Battle of the Bands before True Colors. So the dinner, I give a 9 out of 10 too. It was pretty calm. We had that little battle to defeat the lava, the volcanic cake, the lava cake that Grime brought, and defeat the creatures so that they can get the dessert. But other than that, it was just kind of just like kind of like a dinner episode, like should be, of just a regular TV show, because everybody knows what's about to come. Yeah, but here we got some Pictionary, and just dinner jokes, just all nice laughs. Nothing too crazy going on, but fun episode. 9 out of 10. Battle of the Bands, I also give a 9 out of 10 too. Basically either 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 for me. But yeah, Battle of the Bands was such a good episode. I really liked the music and the drama like between Anne and Sasha about Anne's song and Sasha trying to change it. Yeah, so yeah, it was just, another fun episode with not much going on other than the practicing for the Battle of the Bands and the actual Battle of the Bands. But yeah, it's just a real nice episode, perfect episode to wrap up all the episodes before the season 2 finale, True Colors. 9 out of 10. Okay, now I'm just gonna briefly go through my little predictions for True Colors. Anyways, here's a poster that was on Twitter. I don't remember whose account it was on, but yeah. So, anyways, okay. So, this episode was, this episode gonna be really good from, like, the promo and everything. Definitely looks like an episode that's getting hyped up a lot, and it's probably gonna be the best episode of the series. So basically, this episode is gonna have, like, Anne versus Sasha 2.0, because, like, from the scene from the trailer of Amphibia Season 2B, which hasn't been featured in any other episode, so of course it's going to be featured in this episode. And it's 99.9%. There's a 99.9% chance of Marcy betraying Anne, and King Andreas' master plan being revealed. And then General Yunan's going to return. So this episode is going to be crazy. A lot's going to go down. And everybody thinks that Sprig's going to die in this episode. I don't think he's going to die. He might get, like, captured, but he's not going to die. Hopefully. Yeah, and Polly might grow legs in this episode. Like, because Marcy said in Marcy at the Gates that she should be growing legs in a couple months. So, yeah. And basically I feel like this episode is going to end, like, reunion, but, like, even more emotional for Anne. Yeah, I'm not ready for this. But yeah, so that's really all my predictions, and also I feel like it's gonna open up the calamity box, but it's not gonna work because Anne's gem is not fully charged. So yeah, so we'll just see how it all goes down tomorrow. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.